Say that. My name is Brenda Owensby, and I still live at 12201 East Doncaster Drive, Knoxville, Tennessee. And I am neither a teacher nor a parent with a child currently in the system. I am, however, a taxpayer, and I am a volunteer at the schools. I want to talk about the survey and some of the results, and they've really addressed a lot of the testing issues, so I won't go over all of that. But I will tell you that sometimes things get tested because they're easy to test, but it creates a lot more work for the teacher, for instance, math facts or multiplication facts. Even though a student scores 100 the first time they take that test, they have to take that test 8 times. And not only do they have to take it 8 times, the teacher has to record it 8 times. Now, I don't understand how that adds to the student's learning. That takes the teacher's time, it takes the student's time. To me, it's just nonsensical. However, it does give data to somebody, but it doesn't give data that the teachers can use to enhance their teaching, because the teachers already know who knows their multiplication facts, who knows their addition facts. That's just testing for testing's sake. And I've heard teachers tell me that sometimes teachers have to test so they'll have something to discuss in the PLC. And here we go to the survey. One of the testing was the first one, and PLCs and their usefulness or lack thereof was another significant item on that survey. The biggest consensus, or the most comments about the PLCs, were without a doubt they are a waste of time, and that was pretty consistent. When the people said that if you're going to have them, at least have them only once a month. Having them weekly creates inordinate problems. It uses planning time, and not only that, but the expectation is that all the teachers and all the classes are at the exact same point. That way they can compare their data. See, they got to have data to bring to the meeting, and then they compare it. Well, sometimes things happen that create problems for teachers to be at the same place with different classes. Maybe the mayor has the opportunity to speak to a class, so that class is not at the same place. So all of this pacing and this, roteness of things is just not helpful to the learning process. There is no time for aha moments, and those aha moments is when the greatest learning occurs. There's an old saying, I think it's a Chinese saying, that says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Well, the students may be ready, but you know what? They may be testing. I was volunteering Friday in a classroom, and I noticed that, gee, this is kind of odd. She said, well, I guess you can tell it's a testing day. And they were testing, and then they'd go to another test, and then they'd go to another. It's like, and then this week they had 2 days of Discovery Ed testing in the mornings. And that threw off everybody's schedule. That's just, I just don't think that there has been attention paid to the survey information. It tells you the PLCs are not valuable. It says that very clearly, and yet nothing has happened about that. I very much resent the spin that says the teachers, they're just having to struggle with change. That's not the issue, and you're missing the point. And it's insulting. It's insulting to the teachers, and it's insulting to me as a taxpayer. I don't mind supporting the schools. I love the schools. They've been a part of my life and even my heritage. However, I do resent very much you spending money on things that do not contribute to the education of my community. That's wrong to me. I will tell you that I did gather some information on the salaries as well, and I don't have time to present that, but our teachers do fall below in comparison, just in comparison to the principals at other places. And that's not even with the most recent data. So you have ways to correct that without adding money to the central office staff and the supervisors and all those folks. So I expect something like that to happen as a taxpayer. Thank you.
Kirsten Cisco. Would you state your name and address for the record, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Up to 5 minutes.
Kirsten Cisco, 923